All right, guys. Initial impressions of the BPS Aurora. So, this is a puka style blade, Scandi grind, and it is true Scandi. It has no secondary bevel whatsoever. Full tang, VG10 steel. You can, I don't know if that'll focus on that, but it is. Green handle scales. It's got a recessed lanyard hole, which I'll probably add a lanyard to it. Let's get some specs. All right, so we're looking at just slightly over a 3-inch blade. Then we have 7-inch overall, and about a, let's see, about a 4-inch handle. All right, so I have extra large size hands, or I wear extra large gloves. You can kind of see there. It is, it came hair popping sharp from the factory. Let's see if we can. So, I don't know if you can see that. Show you the little spot in my arm there. It's definitely sharp. They said it was 3 millimeters thick on Amazon, which is where I got it. And the spine seems to be somewhat sharp. It's not as sharp as, say, like a Pathfinder knife or a more Garberg, but it's pretty sharp. I'll have to test and see if it'll spark a ferro rod or not. That's definitely something I'll do. The handle for my hands feels almost too small in the back, but not quite. It kind of feels good if you don't try to hold it like a fist grip. Like if you just kind of hold it, you know, it feels pretty good. It's got this narrowed out right here, so you can, you know, use it for different things. So far I like it. I like the knife a lot, but I haven't used it. So then we have this. It's got a Kydex sheath, which I actually like the sheath. What I don't like is this clip. I will probably add some other form of clip to it, because this is so wide that the types of belts I wear, I mean, that's probably 2.5 inches, maybe. It just slides around, even if I tighten the belt pretty tight. But it fits the sheath good. It does not come out. It doesn't rattle. So this is a good Kydex sheath, and they put a little drain hole right here at the tip. It's a good, and just slightly at the bottom, so it's not going to collect water. I like that. And then just to pop off, it's nice. So yeah, I like it so far. But let's get out, let's use it. Well, I ain't gonna say abuse it. Let's get out and use it for what it seems like it's designed for, which would be like a good carving knife, a good maybe whittling, bushcraft, maybe small food prep. Just a good all-around small knife. Let's use it. Let's see how it holds up. All right, I guess my first question was, will it spark a ferro rod? Yeah, ain't the best, but it works. All right, guys. I just hanging out outside today. Thought I would break out the BPS Aurora, just because people like to do it so much, and just want to see how it does on feather sticks with this. This is just a piece of wood. See how it does. Not the best I've seen. I could try it on a different piece of wood. Alright, got a couple other pieces of wood just to play with real quick. And that does alright right here. It just wants to bite again. don't really float so much as it just wants to bite in, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's got some decent curls that come off if you just run it like that on this. There we go. So that's not too bad. It's got, I mean, it's definitely producing some decent shavings. I mean, not the best in the world. I ain't the best feather steel maker in the world, but that's not too bad. That's not horrible. I could keep going and going and going and going and going. Now let's see. Real test is how sharp is it still? Yep, it's still shaving hair off my arm. That's not bad. It didn't dull it immediately. That's good. Not too bad. The 3mm stick especially. I like that. The high Scandi works pretty good. Alright. Figured one more thing before I wrap up here. Figured I would try a like a pot hook and just see. Ooh, it peeled out right there. That's probably more me than the knife for sure. I don't claim to be an expert bushcrafter, guys, so just bear with me. This pot hook probably going to be not that great, and I'm not actually hanging a pot on it today, so it don't really matter too much. But I'm just, this is dead wood, and I kind of need to recess it a little bit more. Let's say I was making a pot dangler. I mean, that would work. I definitely want it deeper and more narrow, but that would work. And I could cut this end off here. Try a reverse grip. Get through that little knot right there. There we go. And then I could just make a little circle all the way around it, cut it in a notch to tie my cordage off to, and that would work just fine. Now I'd probably use a green stick if I was doing that, but it would definitely get the job done. Like I said, I just grabbed a random piece here, just something to play with for a minute on camera. And that would work. Like I said, I'd probably choose a much better piece and do a much better job, but in a pinch and in a hurry, that would work just fine as a pot hook. Yep, make that notch a little deeper, and that would work just fine. All right. Uh-oh. Found the first problem. Still feels pretty sharp. Let me show you something. Let's see if you can see that right there. It chipped a little. That's really soft wood too. That's dead wood, and it chipped it right there, right here. There's a chip out of it like I was cutting something hard. Guess because I was prizing and twisting. Man, I mean, I could sharpen that out, but if it broke that easy, imagine if I was whittling on some hard oak, green or something. You know, if I was really putting this thing to the test, doing bushcraft things, that's not good. That's not good. We're gonna keep testing it, but that's not good. I don't like that. And I was worried about this VG chin because it can chip. It sure did. Sure did chip right out. So there you have it. Sorry, I wanted to get right here with some better lighting. Just show that one more time. I don't know if you can see that. Alright guys, I was going to spend some more time with this knife, maybe do some more whittling, maybe gut some fish, things like that. But when I got looking at it after the last clip I made, I noticed that not only was it chipped, there was a little wave to the edge back along this area here. And after finding that, it didn't just break off, it also waved, like the edge waved on it. That's not good. Really liked this knife. Really, I'm pretty disappointed. I really wanted to like this knife a lot and use it. I think it's just a neat size and a neat, everything about it I liked until that happened. The only thing I would change is I'd like to see it be 1095 high carbon. I wouldn't mind these edges being a little sharper, but they're sharp enough to strike a ferro rod just fine, or scrape, plant, stuff like that for like a tender bundle. But I could deal with that. I could deal with the way it is. These grips are a little slick, but not too bad. I'd prefer it be my car, of course, but for what I paid for it, that's not bad. But I can't deal with this. So I decided to go ahead and cut the review short because of that. To me, it's a fail. I'm not saying I'm going to toss this knife, get rid of it, or anything like that. I wonder if anybody else has had this experience with theirs. And sorry about the plane overhead. And you know, I'll still probably use it maybe for certain things. Definitely nothing where I really have to trust it at all. It'll probably be more of a utility blade moving forward, or maybe just a small fixed blade for town carry, because it's, you know, not very big and it's discreet and things like that. Wouldn't want to do any pokey with it because it's, you know, your hand would run up on it without a lanyard. Yeah, so that's my review. I'm very disappointed. I look to do more reviews like this. Hopefully they go a lot longer. Hopefully I get to put a lot more paces and really use the next one. But like I said, the first review I did like this knife is a fail for me. Let me know in the comments if you guys have used this knife and had a similar experience, or yours didn't have a problem. Maybe I just got a bad one. Maybe, you know, I just put too much pressure on. There was an old knot on the end of that stick and I pulled pretty hard. So maybe it's my fault just doing that, but it still shouldn't have failed. With a Scandi grind like that, and you know, being 3mm thick, you know, I've got more companions that are 2.5mm or 2mm thick, and I can do the same thing with them, and this will not happen. It will not happen. Less than a $20 knife will not do this. So there you go. So this, I don't know what exactly I'll use this knife for at some point. It's just not going to be something that I would take out in the field in situations where I truly needed to trust it. And I will find a different option. With all my other knives, I just really like this size and shape. I didn't have one exactly this size and shape, and for the price, wasn't bad, but I will be looking into others. And then I'll do other knife reviews similar to this fashion from now on. where I take them out and you guys will see how they work in every situation that I deem fit for that knife, and until I think I've put it through its paces, or until something goes wrong. So if you stuck with me to now, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.